Hi guys, it's EP review time. We've got Hell in the Skies and 2. So this EP is coming out on Metaloscope Music. This is a German, man, I've got to try and explain what this band are. They're brilliant, but they're swamp metal, a bit doomy, and definitely some traditional heavy metal thrown in. I mean, man, they sort of mix all those elements together to create this sound like I've sort of never heard before. Brilliant stuff. 6 tracks, 30 minutes long, so it's almost an album, really. I mean, yeah, it's 6 tracks, which isn't a lot. I can see why it's an EP, but a lot of bands only producing albums just over half an hour now. So Hell in the Skies 1 came out in 2018. I haven't actually heard that album. I've only discovered this band recently through reactions and stuff, but it actually says on the promo, the creators of swamp metal and storytellers of the dark. I love that, and it's sort of very fitting. I mean, especially the swamp metal part. And they do sort of create this atmosphere and this wonder when you're listening to them lyrically and musically. This EP, man, is crushingly heavy without being an extreme metal album. You know, vocals, there's no extreme metals. There's a bit more aggression on the last track, which I'll cover. But man, this is just pure metal. But it's as heavy as you like. It has a nasty feel to it at times, and I fucking love that. It had me on the edge of my seat. It felt a bit dangerous, if you know what I mean. Amazing stuff. It says on the promo that I got stories about heaven and hell, the infinite universe, dark mythology, and an unfathomable depths of the human psyche. Whew, just about said that. Yeah, I mean, lyrically, they are very, you know, sometimes abstract. It's sort of, you're trying to pinpoint what the songs mean, but they have an emotion running through this band that really hits hard at times. For fans of, I would say, Sabbath, 70s Sabbath, Down, if you like a bit of Down, classic Metallica, I would say, a bit of Crowbar, a bit of Corrosion of Conformity, you get the picture. This is heavy stuff, but it's very melodic. In the band, man, some great musicians here. You got Asmodee on vocals. He hits hard with his vocals. He's got this great tone. I mean, he hits this lower range sometimes, and I love his tone in that lower range, and then he just opens up into such power. A great metal vocalist. So you've got Solace and Backer on the guitars. I know I say it a lot. I say when I do other reviews, this is a guitar album. Man, if ever there was a guitar album, this is it. They're crushing, man, the guitars on this. Just all over it from track 1 to track 6. Just amazing work, some great, you know, solos and shredding, and there's some real heavy, doomy riffs. Amazing stuff from the guitarist. You've got Garma on the bass and Baal on the drums. I mean, I always say that, you know, Doom, I think people sort of don't appreciate it at times how hard it is to play slower. It's always like, have you heard that thrash song, how fast they play the speed metal song? That must be difficult. Imagine how hard it is to stay in the groove on Doom. Although, that to put them in the Doom category solely is totally wrong. I mean, this isn't 6 minutes of slog. There's faster songs on this, and almost within a song you get everything. You get doomy parts, you get new wave of British heavy metal sort of parts, and you get sort of thrashy parts as well. Very melodic all over these 6 tracks though. I had so much fun listening to this EP, but like I said, dangerous as well. So we kick off with the single Fields of Betrayal. This is the first time I heard this band. I covered this single. Man, it blew me away, and it does now. The band wastes no time with this opening track. It's a galloping, ultra heavy riff, sort of makes way to a verse that punches you right between the eyes. The chorus hits hard with a swampy, doomy, Sabbathy feel. The band sounds so tight though, man, and they sort of riff and groove. It's such an infectious track. The first solo is brilliant. It sort of bursts in as the rhythm section sort of almost has this dirty, sludgy feel. It's an epic, heavy, and extremely melodic start to this great EP. Righteous Uproar is the next track, sort of medium and fast paced. They sort of cover lots of different tempos in this song. The whole band kick in at the start of this track, and it's fucking heavy. I mean, really heavy. The vocalist sort of dips in and out of aggressive and almost psychedelic style as well. And it's effortless as he sort of embraces a little Aussie sort of style at times. This one really does embrace some of those 70s feels more than a lot of tracks on this, but with that sludgy injection just making a brilliant mix. There's an absolutely brilliant guitar heavy section at the 3-minute mark that is impossible not to bang your head to. Vicious Scorn is the next track and their newest single. An isolated vocal in the intro to this brilliant single. The vocals are huge, man. There's a doomy riff that hits and the atmosphere is just ramped up to the max. I swear, man, with this song, they could summon a fucking demon with this song, I'll tell you. There are some evil fucking riffs coming out here. I love the tone of the vocalist, man, in this song as he sort of sounds brilliant. He's almost talks the verses and then he just explodes in moments of power, almost screaming in anguish at other moments. Powerful fucking stuff. Then we move on to Sad and Done. This is an acoustic song and the next single, as it was said on my promo. Some reprieve from the heaviness as acoustic guitar and almost isolated vocals. Feel like they are sort of filling you with anticipation throughout the track though, as we sort of going to hit hard. Is it going to hit hard with another crushing riff? But the band sort of holds it back in that sort of mellow format. It still sounds menacing though, for some reason, even with that sort of change of pace. What it might be is like when I first heard this, I was thinking, right, we're going to get something that's going to hit with a ton of bricks with the next song, especially with the title of it, Mental Asylum. And yes, it does. It hits fucking heavy. It's something that sounds like a long lost Down track or something. The sludge is fucking strong here. It's a groove metal motherfucker of a track. It really is. Probably the most straightforward track. You know, where a lot of the other tracks sort of take twists and turns. This is quite straightforward, but it rocks so fucking hard. It has a real stripped back, sort of honest feel to it. And you know these guys fucking mean it. Then move on to the last track, which is Prince of Wallachia. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Slow to medium pace track. It's a little bit bluesy. It sort of works its way into the swampy metal feel that they've got in this brilliant closing track. There's some excellent acrobatic vocal styles all over this. He gives it every inch of his body, man, in the vocalist. The track has a real attitude about it as well. It's sort of horror elements, I would say. You can almost see the mist like floating over the top of the swamp as they hit you with riff after riff after riff. He screams no one is safe in this song, and you fucking believe it as this sort of slow doomy riff plays the EP out. So as you know guys, I cover a lot of sort of melodic rock and AOR on this channel, and I love that. Sometimes I want to be hit a bit harder. These guys deliver. Hell in the Skies in the EP too. Remember though guys, even though it's heavy, it's always melodic. This will give you everything you want and make you bang your head at the same time. It's amazing. Check the EP out. It's out on the 15th of May. Let me know if you're going to get it, guys. I'll see you soon.